Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So, you're dreaming of becoming a civil servant in Pakistan, right? Well, that whole massive journey kicks off with one single test, the CSS MPT. Today, we're going to break down everything you need to know to get over this first and absolutely critical.
You've set your sights on the CSS exam. That's a huge deal. It's one of the most competitive in the country. But where do you even start with something that big? It all begins with a single crucial screening test. Okay, so before you even get a shot at the main written exams, you've got to get past the gatekeeper. And that gatekeeper is the MPT, the MCQ-Based Preliminary Test, designed for one reason: to separate the truly serious contenders from the casual applicants. So what exactly is the MPT? Think of it as a filter. Its only job is to sift through the thousands of applicants so that only the most prepared, most dedicated candidates get a seat for the main written exams. It's the qualifier before the championship game. So you think you're ready to take on that qualifier? Awesome. First things first, let's make sure you're eligible and walk through how you actually get your application in. You know, the good news is the eligibility is super straightforward. You really only need two things. You have to be a Pakistani citizen, and you need a bachelor's degree from a recognized university. If you can check both of those boxes, you are good to go. And the application process, just as clear. You're going to start by heading over to the official website for the Federal Public Service Commission. That's the FPSC. From there, it's pretty simple. Get your documents ready, pay the fee online, and fill out the application. The whole thing is digital, nice and easy. All right, so you're all signed up. Now for the test itself. Let's really dig into what you're going to face on exam day. We're talking format, timing, and the exact subjects they're going to test you on. The entire test is built around one single number: 200. You are going to face exactly 200 multiple choice questions. No essays, no short answers. It's a pure, straightforward test of your knowledge on a bunch of different topics. And the second number you need to burn into your memory? Yep, you guessed it. Also, 200. You get exactly 200 minutes to finish the whole thing. That perfect symmetry, that 1-to-1 ratio, that's the core challenge. You get on average just 60 seconds for every single question. Your biggest opponent on test day isn't just the test, it's the clock. So what are these 200 questions actually about? Well, they cover a really wide range. You're going to be tested on your language skills in both English and Urdu. Then there's general knowledge, which covers Pakistan affairs and current affairs. On top of that, you've got a math section and even some everyday science and basic IT skills. It really is a test of your overall general ability. But look, knowing all the subjects is only half the battle. Your strategy on test day itself, that can be the difference between passing and failing. So let's get into the essential rules and some game-changing tips. Okay, let's about the absolute non-negotiable stuff. First, you absolutely must attempt every single question. And we'll get to why in just a second. Obviously, you have to manage your time. And the biggest don't, and I mean this, leave all electronic devices at home. No calculators, no phones, no smartwatches. They are strictly forbidden. This right here might be the single most important strategy for the MPT. There is no negative marking. Let that sink in. A wrong answer gets you the same score as a blank answer, 0. So what does that mean? It means you should never, ever leave a question unanswered. A guess costs you nothing, and it might just earn you a point you desperately need. To make the most of limited time, you've got to be strategic. My advice, go for the low-hanging fruit first. Tackle the sections you find easiest. This builds your confidence and banks some easy points right away. Then you can circle back to the questions that are giving you trouble. And through it all, please be super careful when you're filling out that answer sheet. And time's up. You've handed in your paper, the 2 minutes are over, you survived. So what happens now? Let's walk through the final part of this MPT journey, the results, what it takes to pass, and what lies ahead. This is the number that matters most after the test. The qualifying score is 33%. What that means in simple terms is you need to get at least 66 questions correct out of 200 to pass and move on to the next stage. Clearing that 30% bar is your reward. Passing the MPT is what unlocks the door to your ultimate goal. It makes you officially eligible to apply for the full written CSE examinations. But let's talk about the question that every single candidate worries about. What happens if you don't hit that 66 question mark? And here's the really good news. The answer is you simply try again next year. And this is so important.
Failing the MPT does not count as one of your official CSS attempts. Think of it like a free shot on goal. It's a way to prove you're serious, with no penalty to your limited number of tries at the main exam. So, you've done it. You decoded the test, you applied, and you passed. You have cleared the first hurdle. But it leaves us with one final big question to think about. With the screening test now behind you, is the real challenge of the CSS journey only just beginning?